I want you to pause for a second and put yourself in this situation, right? Just imagine. Imagine you living in a country where the law says you are less than a human being. Let that sink in. Then imagine you walking into a courtroom and everybody in that courtroom will look at you and says people of your color or someone who looks like you can never become a lawyer, yet alone a jury, right? You try, you go into this courtroom, you go into places every night and day, you try to become the best version of yourself. But it's just like somebody up there is like suppressing you, is pushing you down for you not to succeed. It is you against every obstacle in this world. You try every night and day, but it's as if your dreams are not going to come true. But due to consistency, due to you actually mastering the key or the power of success. And one day, you let her become that person. Meet Malcolm Bowling Allen, a black American who grew up in a country where education was limited for black people. People never thought that someone of his kind could dream, but that never stopped him from dreaming. Because one day, he had a dream of becoming a jury, not a lawyer, but a jury. And his courage would later on change American history forever. In the mid-1800s, America was deeply divided by slavery, racial discrimination, and segregation. And during this time, for African Americans, freedom did not guarantee equality because places like schools, some professions, or government positions were closed to black people. At this time, the white people were trying to create, or they were creating this idea that black people could not hold such positions because they are not intelligent, they are dull. But you see, when it comes to Bolin was so determined to prove these white people wrong because he made them to understand that blacks are intelligent, blacks are determined, especially those ones that actually put ahead or say to themselves they have to acquire this or they have to get this. When that is done, it is done. The courtroom at that time was one of the most exclusive places in the nation. The laws will be made by white people, and these laws definitely favor the white man and not the black people. And of course, when the law is being made by a particular group of people, don't expect it to favor everybody, but that same people. You see, Allen was born in 1816, and growing up as a child, he quickly understood that education would literally become his pathway to freedom. Like I said before, freedom never guarantee equality. So as a black person, in order for you to get equality or to get to a certain level, you needed to do something different, something which your kind, your people, your race haven't done before. And then he started to read law. Yeah, he read law with unwavering spirit. Even though at that time so many white lecturers deliberately refused to teach black students anything that has to do with law or finance. But he was lucky enough, or he was opportune at that time. And in 1844, he became the first African American to be admitted into the bar in the United States. That achievement alone, it broke the barrier which so many black people thought it could never be broken. Because at that time, nobody, no black person could ever go close to that level. But Allen, he said, no, I need to be the first. I need to break this chain. And he did. Just 4 years later, in 1848, Allen achieved a historic milestone. Guess what? Allen was appointed a Justice of the Peace in Massachusetts, making him the first black man to become a judge in the history of America. And that alone was powerful. His appointment was sending a powerful message to everyone out there in the world that wisdom, integrity, or justice is literally not defined by the color of one's skin. I know you've heard me say all this and you got to be thinking, oh, Alan's journey was easy. It was really nice. I wish I were him, right? But you see, Alan's journey was way far from easy. It wasn't that easy as I just put it out there because racism followed him throughout his career. Imagine you becoming a lawyer or becoming an attorney and people don't want to hire you because they think that, oh, if they get to hire you, you won't do anything. In fact, nobody at that time or no white person wanted to hire a black attorney. America was trying to prove a point to the whole world that We are not racist, okay? We've gone past that age. We are not racist. Yes, that they were literally trying to tell the world that they are black inclusive. That is why they have a black attorney. So that alone, yeah, is something. And again, the white people will still not employ a black attorney. No, even after the Cold War in America, they still wouldn't do it. But Allen never surrendered. He never surrendered. He kept on serving the public. In Southern Carolina, he was doing his job, and he made sure that he strengthened the legal laws or the legal rights of every freed Black American or the newly freed Black Americans. He made sure that they are freed as well. Although his name is often overshadowed by later civil rights heroes, Malcolm Bowen Allen laid the foundation for the next generation of black lawyers, justice, attorneys, or barristers here in America. Because at that time, you see, black people were taught that they were not intelligent. They were made to believe that they are not smart enough. They cannot literally become lawyers or justice or even a judge. You hear me? So Malcolm, he literally laid that foundation for them to see themselves as like, so if Malcolm can actually do this, then I can do it as well. And today we have brilliant black attorneys, brilliant black justice or judge, and all thanks to Malcolm, for real. His story teaches us one thing, that history is not being shaped by those who stand out there and make the loudest speeches, but by those who sit down quietly and refuse to accept injustice. Because that is where the history lies. You refusing to accept injustice. That is history. That is you creating or you shaping history. And to you watching this video today, I hope you've learned something. Say his name, Malcolm Bowling Allen. Make sure to subscribe. Thank you. Bye. See you on the next video.